What's up, people? Welcome back to the Parts Guys. Today I'm knocking out an oil change and an engine mount on the Nudelude over there. But before I get that started, I wanted to show you guys what I've accomplished with removing the plasti dip from the car. It hasn't been fun.
Parts Guys.
Have removed the majority of the plasti dip. There is a light film on a lot of the panels, but what I've used is just WD-40 and then microfiber towels. It has not been easy, but you can see the majority of this here is blue. Feel like there's a little bit of scum right there. The roof's still pretty nasty. Feels horrible. Bumper's a little sketchy. Got to do the actual trunk lid there. And then the driver's side's where it's the worst. We got to knock that out there. But this is what I discovered while removing the plasti dip. This is that little bit of Bondo that was sticking out through the plasti dip there. It apparently is a pretty good size area. And you can see it's already rusting there. I got 2 spots there. And then right here on the door sill there, it's actually rusting there too. So sooner than later, I got to sand that down and at least get some primer on it to stop it from rusting further. But I got to remove the rest of this plasti dip first. And like I said, this driver's side looks the worst. There's still big patches of plasti dip, and you can just see, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's just like scum from it melting off all down the car. And you know, WD-40, it works, but sure leaves a freaking mess out of the deal. Still got to get it up here. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that before we go ahead and do the engine mount and the oil change on here. I really wish I had time to also change that CV axle on the passenger side, but we'll just have to get at that later. Alright, so I've already got the car up on jack stands. That was the first step I want to start with. I'm going to get the oil draining, and then I'm going to move over here. This is the engine mount that I'm going to be swapping out. But to gain access to reach all the bolts, I'm going to go ahead and take out this fan assembly over here, just the 4 bolts and the electrical connector. Get that out of the way, and I'll do that while the oil's draining, and we'll get access to that engine mount. I'll get the jack under there to support the engine and trans up, and we'll take that bolt out. I think it's a 17 mil, if I remember right. We'll double check before we get going, but got my 17 mil socket on there. I'm just going to try and break her loose. I already have the floor jack underneath the transmission to help support it. That came pretty loose, easy. Yep. Yeah, that's the bolt I had in it. Feel like it's about maybe 5 or 6 threads a little short. Just enough to catch and hold, but 14 it is. Alright. This is the bracket that goes to the motor to hold the mount down here. So now with this out of the way, I got a clear shot at those 3 bolts holding the mount on. For this, I busted out the impact. You can see down here's the 3 bolts. You got one there, one down on this side. That's pretty much right in line with that radiator hose. And then you got a 3rd one right there. So I'm just going to take the impact, do it the easy way. Stick that thing down in there. Right on out. Good job, good job. Alright, so this is the broken mount. Ooh, let me take you into the sunlight. It was just barely holding on, so every time I shifted it just went made it feel like the engine was gonna jump out of there. So it's just meh, bad. Alright, before I throw this new one on, look at this old one. See all the cracks in that? See how much movement? Look at how much that thing was moving, man. Now we got the new one here. This thing barely any movement. And eventually, I should probably do the window weld trick that JJ talked about. Fill in the gaps there and make it just a little more solid. But for now, we just need a stock replacement. I'm gonna get this in. But yeah, look, that's ridiculous, man. Well, that thing's old, and I knew it was going out. But yeah, let's save a CV axle. Alright, so you see that split boot on the CV axle there? That's a result of a bad motor mount. And this is the passenger side over here. The driver's side, you guys saw I did that not too long ago. But now the passenger side is just in the same way. But since we got the new mount in there, we will definitely be able to stop this from happening, at least quite so often, or for a different reason. Alright, so I got the whole car put back together. The radiator's back in place, the fan assembly's on, new mounts in there, and that's all torqued down, good to go. We should not have any movement of the engine now, which is great. I still got to put oil in, but that's the last thing, and drop it off the jack stands, and then we're good to go. Alright people, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, I'm Dan, the Prelude Dude. This is the parts, guys. Don't forget to pick up some merch, help support your boy on the channel. And until next time, peace.